This is a sliding door that we're going to build a sliding door screen for. The sliding door screens we can roll with either the solar screen fabric or the bug screen fabric. So the sliding door, the top of it, it's going to fit right in here into that top groove right there, and then it's going to come all the way down and it's going to ride. This is key. It's going to ride on the top of that groove right there. So we're going to get our measurements all the way to the top, so all the way inside of that top channel, okay, all the way to the top of that channel. So our measurement is going to be from all the way up in here, okay, all the way down to right just above that top groove right there. So we'll deduct 1/8 of an inch from that measurement. So say this entire measurement here, this whole measurement, say it's 90 inches. Well, we're going to build the door 89 7/8 inch. And then your width is real simple. Your width is just going to be from roughly here to over here. And say that's 36 inches, okay? So it's real simple. Here's a sliding door screen here that we're about ready to put into the sliding door opening, okay? So it comes with a door handle, and you're going to get your hardware there. If you want to use it, you could mount it so that this whole latch here works. It's real simple. The thing is, when you put your door in, these rollers are what's going to sit at the very bottom on top of that bottom track. And then you're going to use that Phillips screw right there. By torquing that screw down, it's going to push and apply tension to this roller so that the sliding door fits in there nice and snug. So you're going to have a roller here at the bottom, one over there of course, and then on the top of your screen you're going to have another roller there and there. So you're going to apply tension on all four of those, okay? So because you want your door nice and snug. Okay, so you see how the door is now riding right on top of that little lip right there. So I'm going to use my Phillips screwdriver and I'm going to turn that tension screw there, and it's going to lift that screen, the sliding door screen. It's going to lift it up a tiny bit. We don't want the sliding door screen to ride. We don't want the bottom of that metal down there. We don't want that corner to ride and to create tension down here in the bottom, okay? So we want to lift it up so there's, say, 1/8 of an inch of gap or so right there. Okay, so I now have this bottom here tensioned properly. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a gap right down there. So there's a gap right underneath. Okay, so there's no drag being created. That's the key, okay? Look back here, and it's the same way back here. See, there's spacing there, so there's no drag. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up top up here, and I'm going to torque, or I'm going to turn those screws there. That's going to apply tension for the top rollers so that the thing sits in there really snug so the screen won't come out. Okay, right now if I lift up on the screen, see how it does that by me lifting up on it? I'm going to take all that play out by tightening up that screw and making that wheel raise up. Okay, so now the top wheels are tight and I could pull up. See, I'm trying to pull up and the screen doesn't move. Okay, the sliding door screen doesn't move. I can pull up, I can push down. That thing is tight. So I try to move it and it doesn't work, okay, because it's nice and tight. But watch how well this thing slides open. See, it's got tension. See, you try to pull up, try to push down, none of that. There's no give, there's no play. So the sliding door screen is in there nice and tight. Try to pull up, nothing. Try to push down. So you don't want to make it too tight, okay, but you want to make it just tight enough. And the whole idea behind that is if it's too loose, this bottom could pop out, okay? Now with it tight and there being the tension, this bottom can't come out. So there's no way that bottom can come out. Watch. See? There's no way. I can't get it out. So kids aren't going to be able to kick it out. The dog's not going to be able to kick it out. It's just not going to come out. It's nice and tight. Okay, so this here is a pocket that we built for this sliding door to slide behind. See? So the idea behind it is when the sliding door is in the closed position, it provides you solar screen shade for this entire door. And how we adhere it is real simple. Just down here in the bottom corner, I particularly go up 4 inches, then I'll shoot another center screw, and then I'll go and put another center screw there. Now I put one here in the middle, and I also put one over there, and then down here in the bottom, I put one here and here. Now, you always got to be careful, because guess what? There's your weep holes, your drain holes, okay? So you don't ever want to cover up those drain holes. And you got to be really careful that you don't put your screws where it gets into the track here, okay? So you do not want your screws going through here and getting into that track and causing problems for your rollers. And that for sure applies to the top as well. See here in the top how we've got, it goes to right there, and then I don't know if you can tell, but there's still plenty of plastic up top for this particular vinyl window for the screw to get into, and that's what we got into up top. So you just do not want to shoot those screws for your pocket into the track so that that door will be able to open. When I build and install pockets for sliding doors, each home, each set of sliding doors is different. This particular illustration here, it's using the vinyl sliding door system. So you may have a situation where you've got aluminum framed, or you might have wood frame going around aluminum. Sometimes you have to screw your pocket to the wood that goes around the sliding door. So every pocket is different. The key is you just need to find a way to adhere it to the left, adhere it to the top, and adhere it to the bottom. And the reason why we use a sliding door for the pocket minus the hardware, what I mean by minus the hardware is minus the wheels and minus the handle, is that the framing for this sliding door is so thick and so heavy duty, it's strong. So it's not going to bend, and you don't ever have to worry about the wind coming along and messing it up. What I'm getting to is if you don't want to use just a solar screen, if you would, you say out of 1-inch frame, because it would be too flimsy. You need, if you're going to do a pocket, you need to do a pocket door made out of this material, just like a sliding door screen.